news had begun to circulate. I know I was getting calls, stuff was hitting Twitter, that Rich Homie Quan, rapper Rich Homie Quan, had passed away. And it was later confirmed that this did happen.
Yeah,
were you able to get him to the floor?
Yes, his heart not beating or anything.
I was popping them off before I brushed my teeth, bro. Like, that how I was starting my day. Like, you know, you really supposed to eat, nigga, and I fuck that. I'm gonna take the money then eat. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes you shit. You know what I mean?
The hip-hop world was rocked by another tragic loss with the sudden passing of Rich Quan. Real name, DeQuantes Devontae Lamar. The Atlanta rapper's passing at just 34 has left fans heartbroken and searching for answers. Many speculated that the rapper's struggles with addiction played a role, especially after his cryptic final social media post. As loved ones mourned, fans waited anxiously for more details. Unfortunately, the recently released autopsy report reveals unsettling insights into Quan's final moments, confirming everyone's worst fears. Just what did the medical examiner find? Another tragedy rap fans found themselves in mourning as news articles reported about the passing of Rich Quan on September 5th, 2024. The rapper had made a name for himself with the release of trap anthems like Type of Way and Flex. Add in the fact that Quan was only 34 years old with his entire life left ahead of him, and the loss struck folks like a truck of bricks. And so as the devastating news circulated, fans struggled with all kinds of questions like, how did the rapper pass away? Did he get injured? Well, that's when the 911 call that his girlfriend Amber Williams made surfaced online. She rang up the emergency services after she found Quan unresponsive on the couch. The mother of two found him on the couch in the morning as she left the house to drop her son at school. However, upon returning, she found Quan in the same position. Williams's concerns grew as she turned him over and found him foaming at the mouth.
I need an ambulance.
Tell me exactly what happened.
My boyfriend, he's been asleep on the couch since this morning. Well, he never came to bed last night. Sleep on the couch. I left him on the couch before I took my son to school this morning, put a blanket over him. And now I just checked on him again because he never got up. I don't feel a heartbeat. I don't see him breathing.
Given the circumstances, it was clear that Quan needed immediate help. And so the operators asked Williams if she had a defibrillator available, but unfortunately, she did not.
If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
Is there a what?
If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next.
That's when the operator proceeded to guide Williams to administer some first aid, while Amber frantically waited for the pandemics.
We need to help your boyfriend now. Okay, listen carefully. Lay him flat on his back on the floor and remove anything under his head.
He is not waking up. Quick.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, you gotta get him to the floor. Lay him flat on his back on the floor and remove anything under his head.
Flat on his back on the floor?
Yes, ma'am.
Unfortunately, help arrived too late. Quan was pronounced dead on the scene. The loss was devastating for the rapper's friends and family members, especially his longtime girlfriend who was with him during his last moments. As the news of Quan's passing was made public, Amber took to her Instagram stories to talk about the tragedy. She wrote, "The pain is unbearable. The love you all have shown is an overflow. I truly appreciate everyone who's reached out. I'm traumatized from a moment that'll forever be in my head. I have nothing to prove because my love for my other half was always shown. I had nothing to hide. And please respect me and my family at this time. Our house is no longer a home. I'm completely heartbroken. 15 years gone. I'll never be the same. This is a complete nightmare. We never could let go, but you didn't have to leave me like this." The pair had been together for a decade and a half. Quan's father, Corey Lamar, who also happens to be his manager, also addressed the loss during his interview with WSB-TV. He said, "We spoke several times a day. The day before he passed, I looked at my phone and we spoke like 11 times. We had a special bond. I grew up without my father, so I knew if I were going to have kids, I was going to be in their lives. He also uploaded an IG story where he wrote, "Unbearable pain. Lord, please, please, please help me to understand this. To lose my son, my firstborn, my best friend. Lord, let this be a dream. Y'all pray for me and my family. I feel like I'm crushed into a million pieces." However, as fans grappled with the tragic loss, one question loomed above all. What led to the rapper's untimely death? Well, all signs seem to point in one direction: illegal substances. Addiction is a deep-rooted problem in the industry, claiming the lives of many young artists over the years. And Quan had been open about his struggles with his fan base. During his last interview with Math Hoffa, the rapper got real about what led him down that path. It started all the way back in 2014. That year, on New Year's Eve, Quan managed to score a gig in Carolina. The money was good as Lamar walked away with a sweet $120,000 paycheck. It was the opportunity of a lifetime, one that Quan always looked back on. Unfortunately, the money went to the rapper's head. Once he saw a sum that big, he thought to himself that his days of hustling and accepting gigs that paid him any less than that number were behind him. But life's unpredictable. It seemed like Quan had overestimated his chances. While he got offers for some small gigs, the ones with a $120,000 paycheck never came knocking on his front door. And as Lamar waited, the offers started drying up altogether. No one told him that the lucrative paycheck was partly because of the holidays.
When do you realize, like, okay, I'm tripping? What slows you down? Because there's always that moment where it's
okay,
like,
I'm gonna tell you. I did this show, I'm So Hot, bro. I do a show in Carolina. New Year's Eve. You know, you get paid on them type of holidays. My biggest show ever to this day. Still talking about it. It's like, I did a show, man, they gave me 120. It's like 14. Like niggas wasn't even getting 100,000 then. I get 100,000 show 2014. So in my mind, like, he gave me 120. Oh, I don't want number 120. Nigga ain't doing no show for 6 months. Because my spine was set. Like, if he gave me 120, I feel like everybody can give me 120.
right.
But I'm not knowing they only do that on certain holidays. Like, I'm still learning. You see what I'm saying?
His legal troubles didn't make the situation any better. They prevented him from releasing new tracks. And so Quan was left with no choice but to accept gigs that paid him $12,000 so he could make ends meet.
Right.
Now, man, on down, that 126 months went by, and them folks trying to give me 12,000 and shit, man.
Wow.
And I ain't got no choice but to take them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's either that or nothing.
Quan called it the darkest period of his life, and that's when he felt drawn to illegal substances. He was popping them every day. Heck, he reached a point where he couldn't do a show or a song without getting high.
Was it drugs involved?
Oh, hell yeah, man, I was on Molly every day.
Oof.
But listen, geeked up, spiked down. Listen, I'm talking, bro, I felt like I couldn't do a show or a song without being on Molly.
When asked about when exactly he started popping them, Quan revealed that it was around the time he dropped his hit track, Some Type of Way. Shortly before the release of the song, the rapper was working himself to the bone to stay afloat. However, he was struggling to stay up one side, and that's when one of his peers said that he had something that could help him out, setting up the Atlanta rapper for a life of ruin.
We was doing so many shows, I couldn't stay up. So I knew some people like, bro, I got something to keep you up. And motherfucker kept me up. And, you know.
It was a machine after that.
If you don't mind, who said
That's
that?
where the babies was coming from.
If you don't mind, who said that to you? Who said they got something for you to keep you up? Was it somebody from the industry or one of your friends?
It's a family member.
Oh, a family member.
Damn, it's family.
As Quan became increasingly dependent on the illegal substances, his life deteriorated. He started staying home with the curtains drawn. Sure, he managed to make good music while he was high, but the hit songs came at a cost.
I went and bought black curtains all in the house. That's how I knew I was tripping, bro. I did not want the sun to come up, bro. I was popping them off before I brushed my teeth, bro. Like that, I was starting my day. Like, you know, you really supposed to eat, nigga, and I fuck that. I'm gonna take the money then eat. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes you shit. You know what I mean?
Man,
you got the pure one.
Fortunately, Quan was able to beat his demons. He took the more difficult road, choosing recovery over illegal substances, and it paid off as when he sat down for the interview, he said he was clean for 5 years. As for what motivated him, well, Quan realized that he wanted to set a better example for the kids.
I don't even know how I got off it. Like I said, one day I just woke up like, damn, I don't even want to keep snapping on the kids like that. I'm snapping on the kids for no reason.
Yeah.
And when she said that, like, you can notice it. Oh, nah, that mourn dude, I gotta chill out.
Now, based on this interview alone, Quan was clean, but we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. The rapper could have very well relapsed without anyone knowing about it. Fans speculate that the Atlanta rapper was battling inner demons behind the scenes, especially in light of his final social media post, where he wrote, "Vision clear even through the BS." Even Hurricane Chris, who had the opportunity to perform with Quan 3 weeks before his passing, was thinking along the same lines. In fact, Chase thought that some type of weight track could have passed away because of fake pills. And you could tell that Chase felt strongly about the issue since he proceeded to talk about how rampant the problem had become.
But they're saying it's over an overdose.
That's some fake ass pills, bro. It's too fucking dangerous to get anything off the streets. I don't know if that's the case, but it need to be said anyway.
If you're doing street drugs in 2024, you must not like living all that much.
Facts. Like you gambling with your life when you swallow that pill that you got from your homeboy.
Quan's longtime collaborator and friend, Boozy Badaz, reached the same conclusion. He jumped on X and wrote, "Just got word. Rich homie Quan just OD. Just talked to Quan the other day." And though fans did have a good idea of why Quan passed away, they still waited for the autopsy results. As per protocol, the authorities carried out an autopsy on the deceased on September 6, 2024. However, investigators were unable to reach a conclusion. In fact, according to Georgia's Fulton County medical examiner, the examination had been completed a day after the rapper's passing. However, the cause and manner of death are pending the completion of laboratory studies and microscopic examination of tissue slides. Unfortunately, the medical examiner failed to reveal when the results will be out, but the process can take anywhere from several weeks to months. And so, fans have no choice but to wait. And so, as the investigation into Rich Quan's tragic death continues, fans and loved ones are left with more questions than answers. While the autopsy report has provided some insight into his final moments, the true cause of his passing remains a mystery, fueling speculation about the demons he may have battled in silence. On that note, Quan's untimely death is a sobering reminder of the pressures that often come with fame and the dangers of addiction. As his family, friends, and fans mourn, they hold on to his music and legacy, hoping for closure as they await the final results from the ongoing examination.